Welcome back to the Coins Information HD channel, everyone. Today, we're exploring one of the most talked about coins in modern American numismatics, the 1960 D. Lincoln Memorial 1-cent penny. While this coin may appear common at first glance, a number of varieties, errors, and high-grade examples have made the 1960 D a surprisingly collectible and sometimes very valuable piece of U.S. coinage. In this video, we will uncover the coin's origins, its significance in the Lincoln cent series, how to identify the rare varieties, what factors create value, and the current market worth of these coins in 2025. Stay tuned for one of the most complete breakdowns of this iconic Denver minted penny. To fully understand the significance of the 1960 D penny, we need to begin with the transformation of the Lincoln cent just 1 year earlier, in 1959. That year marked the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, prompting the United States Mint to redesign the reverse of the penny. The old wheat ears design, which had been in use since 1909, was replaced with the brand new Lincoln Memorial reverse, created by engraver Frank Gasparo. This design remained on the reverse of the penny for 50 years, from 1959 through 2008. By 1960, the Mint was still adjusting to new die hubs, and this transitional period resulted in one of the most interesting and talked about date varieties in the entire Lincoln Memorial series, the small date and large date versions. This variety would go on to define the year's production. The Denver Mint, marked by the D beneath the date, was operating at full capacity to meet the nation's coinage demands. As a result, the 1960 D Lincoln cent ended up with one of the highest production figures in the early Memorial era. Yet despite this massive mintage, specific varieties and high-grade survivors remained scarce, driving collector interest more than 6 decades later. On the obverse, the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, dominates the field. The motto, "In God We Trust," stretches across the upper rim, while "Liberty" is placed to Lincoln's left. The date, 1960, appears to the right of Lincoln's portrait, with the D mint mark sitting directly below the numerals, representing the Denver Mint. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, a stylized rendering of the monument located in Washington, D.C. Despite its small size, the interior statue of Lincoln is visible between the memorial's columns, making the Lincoln cent one of the few U.S. coins to depict the same figure on both sides. United States of America wraps around the top rim, accompanied by the motto, E pluribus unum, just below it, and 1 cent, enlarged at the bottom. The coin's composition is 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, a metal mixture used for nearly all Lincoln cents from 1909 to 1982. The weight is approximately 3.11 grams, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and a smooth-edged point. One of the most important aspects of the 1960 D penny is the existence of the small date and large date versions. These differences were created due to adjustments in master die hubs during production. Large date characteristics: the large date variety displays taller numerals, with the 6 and 0 appearing wider and the tops of the numerals sitting at nearly the same height. The 0, in particular, has a more rounded, fuller appearance. Small date characteristics: the small date variety shows a noticeably smaller and more compact style. The 6 appears shorter and less pronounced, the 0 is narrower, and the 1 sits slightly taller in relation to the other digits. Collectors often look for the subtle shift in the alignment of the numerals. Which variety is more valuable? Although both varieties were produced in large quantities, the small date version, especially in high grade, carries more collector interest and tends to command higher values due to its relative scarcity. Along with the famous date varieties, the 1960 D penny also includes several notable error types. These errors can greatly increase a coin's value depending on severity, condition, and rarity. 1. D over D mint mark, repunched mint mark. One of the most desirable errors of the year is the repunched mint mark. On these coins, the original D mint mark was punched incorrectly or at an angle, and then punched again, leaving behind shadow traces of the earlier impression. Collectors may see doubling above, below, or to the sides of the mint mark. 2. Double die obverse. Some 1960D pennies show doubling in the date, or lettering on the obverse, often appearing In God We Trust, Liberty, or the numbers of the date. These doubled dies can raise the value significantly, especially in higher grades. Point 3. Striking errors. Off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, cuds, and clipped planchets can also be found. While not unique to the 1960D penny, these errors always attract attention when dramatic and well preserved. For the 1960D penny, condition plays a crucial role in determining value. As copper coins age, they naturally darken and develop spots, so bright red original luster is increasingly rare. Color categories. Grading services use three primary color categories for copper coins: brown, BN, the most common, lowest value; red brown, RB, moderately scarcered, RD, the most desirable and most valuable. A 1960D coin that retains full red luster is significantly rarer, particularly in midstate grades. Key grades: MS60, MS63, lower midstate grades, usually modest value: MS64, MS65. Strong collector demand: MS66, MS67, scarce and highly valuable: MS67 red, extremely rare and can command very high auction prices. Only a tiny fraction of surviving 1960D pennies remain in fully red, high-grade condition due to decades of circulation, storage, and handling. Now let's break down the coin's general value in the current market as of 2025. Circulated condition. Most 1960D pennies found in pocket change or coin jars are worth approximately face value. Even circulated small date examples typically bring only a modest premium unless they show notable errors. Uncirculated condition mint-state coins begin to show real value. A standard 1960D in MS60 through MS63 is typically worth a small amount above face value but becomes increasingly desirable as the grade climbs. High-grade coins in MS65, both small date and large date varieties, gain collector interest and can range from moderately priced to significantly valuable. In MS66 and above, prices can rise sharply, with small date examples commanding even stronger premiums. Coins graded MS67 red are rare and can reach prices in the high hundreds or beyond, depending on eye appeal and demand. Error values: repunched mint marks, doubled dies, and dramatic striking errors can elevate the value of a 1960D penny from modest to substantial. Some high-quality examples have reached into the hundreds of dollars or more at auction. 2025 market trends. In 2025, collector interest in copper pennies remains strong. While common coins hold minimal value, the highest quality and rarest variety specimens continue to find enthusiastic buyers. The market favors certified coins, particularly those with strong luster, clean surfaces, and distinct varieties. Long-term trends show that high-grade copper coins appreciate steadily, especially those with low survival rates in red uncirculated condition. Here are several important tips if you own or want to collect 1960D pennies. Inspect the date carefully to determine whether you have a small date or large date variety. Examine the mint mark under magnification to look for signs of repunching. Look closely at the obverse lettering for doubling or other anomalies. Protect your coins by storing them in holders that prevent air exposure, which can cause discoloration. Consider professional grading for coins that appear to be in high mint state or show rare errors. Buy from reputable dealers or auction houses when seeking certified high-grade or rare variety examples. The 1960D Lincoln Memorial penny stands at a fascinating crossroads in numismatic history. It may be a common coin in circulation, but its varieties, errors, and high-grade examples offer a world of intrigue for collectors. Whether you have one sitting in a change jar or you're actively searching for a high-end specimen, the 1960D penny remains a rewarding and educational part of the Lincoln Cent series. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin history and value, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly numismatic explorations. Feel free to leave a comment if you have a 1960D penny or want help identifying your coin. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.